Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Chrissy, and in today's video I will be sharing with you the making and the cutting of this beautiful Vicky James sleeve that has been trending for a while now. So if you're interested to learn how this sleeve was achieved and how it's done, keep on watching and let's get started. And if you're my channel subscribers, thank you so much for always watching. Please subscribe to this channel so you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Please turn on notification bell so be notified anytime I upload a new video, right? So guys, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is to fold your pattern into two like this. We want to draft a basic long sleeve. Okay, I already done this on the channel. I have a video on how to draft and cut a basic long and short sleeve. Okay, so I want to just repeat it again to refresh some memories. All right, so right now just go ahead and draw a start line. So this start line is going to serve as my starting point. So after that, I'll place my tape. I'll come down by 4 inches, which will serve as my cap height for the sleeve. Okay, so then after that, still leaving my tape at the 4 inches, I'll come down by 11 inches. This will serve as my elbow line. Okay, then after marking, the next thing to do again is to mark the length of my sleeve. All right, for the length of so the length of my sleeve is 20 inches. I marked it, then I added extra 1 inch to make it 21 inches. This will serve as the allowance. Okay, so I will just go ahead and mark 20 inches and 21 inches. After that, I'll use my ruler to make a straight line. After making a straight line with my ruler like this, I'll also go ahead and label. Okay, so once I'm through with that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and make a curve. Okay, I want to make a curve at the upper part. So what I'll do is to go ahead and make my curve, but before then, what I have there is 8 inches wideness. Okay, so to get the wideness of your armhole sleeve, what you need to do is to divide your bust circumference by 6, add 1.5 inches. So when you do that, you get your armhole measurement, be armhole wideness. Okay, so after that, I'll just go ahead and make a curve. Then you can see that I connected the curve at the cap height. Okay, which I came down by 4 inches earlier. So from there, I made a curve to meet the cap height. Okay, so after that, I will divide my round sleeve measurement and my elbow round measurement as well. So my elbow and my main round sleeve measurement, they're all the same shape, but elbow sometimes is a way smaller than a normal round sleeve, depending on the person's the person's hand. Also don't know how else to put it, but for my elbow I marked 5.5, and for the hem part here I marked 4 inches. So after marking, I did not add any allowance because it's a basic sleeve. You're just drafting a basic sleeve. Okay, so when drafting a basic sleeve on a pattern, you don't add allowance. Okay, so now after that, after making a straight line, you can see I connected it. So from the top, I'll measure what I have there from the top. Okay, so from the top I'll measure, then I have my 8 inches, then extra 1 inches for the allowance. Okay, and 9 inches is very fine. All right, so I'll just from there I'll connect to meet the elbow. Okay, so after connecting, you can see what I have here. All right, some people also come down a little bit by the curve, whichever way that would be easier for you, you go ahead and do. So for me, after that, I label the sleeve and I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. After cutting, you can see what I have here. Can you see? This is exactly how everything is looking. Can you see? All right, so the next thing I'm going to do again is to go ahead and at the upper part, on the upper side, I'll label it as basic sleeve pattern. Okay, so after that, I'll bring another paper, then I'll fold it in a triangular form like this. You fold it in a triangular form just this way. Can you see? You first of all draft this on a paper first before transferring it to your actual fabric. So after folding a triangular form, you can see it on a fold. After folding a triangular form, you'll have something looking like this exactly. Okay, can you see? This is the front and the other one is the back. All right. So now after doing that, the next thing I want to do is to place my tape at the tip that is on the upper side. I will place my tape. So from the closed side, the wideness I have there from the tip to the other end is 18.5 inches. That's how wide I would want the rose to be. All right, from the closed edge. All right, I have 18.5 inches. That is 18.5 from the top to the other side. I have 18.5 inches. Can you see? Then I made my point. Okay, so after making the point at this open edge, I'll place my tape from the tip, and what I want to mark is 13.5 inches. All right, so the longer part should be the folded side, as in the longest inches you should have, it should be on the folded side, while the shorter inch should be at the opened edge. Okay, so now this is the sleeve, this is the paper. All right, the basic sleeve. So what I'll do is just to go ahead and place it exactly at those points, at the both points. After that, I'll pin it down. You can see I've gone ahead to pin it down. Can you see? So go ahead and place. After placing, you pin them down like this. Okay, so I'll just place my tape again to ensure I have the exact inches I marked. 18.5 inches what I have here at the closed side. At the open side, I'll place my tape and I have my 13.5 inches. Okay, so this is the pattern. Can you see? Again, if you want a very big rose, that is, you want the wideness of the rose very big, you can make your triangles on a bigger paper. Okay, if you want your rose very big in wideness, you can make your triangle a bigger paper. All right, and again, if you want the fullness, you can also add 3 inches to your rose. Okay, so you can see the line I have there is my elbow line, and because I want it, as in I want the rose, the length, I want to add some length to the rose, I had to add it extra 2.5, which is at the downside. Okay, so I'll measure 2.5 here. People add 3 inches, so my paper just stopped at the 2.5. I will just make use of it like that. So right now, just go ahead and cut it out. Okay, you leave your pattern like that and go ahead and cut it out. After cutting, you can see what I have here. So I'll just go ahead and transfer this to the actual fabric. So this is the fabric I want to make use of. Can you see? And this fabric is very light. Please, if you're making yours, use a thicker fabric. That is a fabric that is very thick. And again, iron your hair stay. Okay, so it will look so firm at the time you drop the rows. Okay, so for this is a tray. It's not like I'm making use of this leaf. It's because of this tray, that's why I said, okay, let me just make use of this leaf. But I'm telling you that the tip and the trick here is to make use of a thicker fabric. All right, so this fabric I folded it in a triangular shape as well, so it gave it that rose effect. So now it's time for us to cut this out on the actual fabric. So you can see the main fabric is on a fold and is on a triangular shape. All right, so on the folded part, you are going to place your pattern on the folded part. Okay, you can see that the fabric is on a fold, and where I place this pattern isn't opened, and the pattern itself isn't opened as well. So place your pattern very well. After place, you go ahead and check, make sure it's well relaxed and well placed. Okay, you can see what I have here after I was done. Can you see? So this is the upper side. Can you see? So this is the upper side. So what I will do now is to add a stitching allowance of half an inch all the way around. I will add this at the upper part, I will add at the side, and I will add 1 inch on the sleeve side. Okay, I just marked half inch on the upper side. So on the sleeve side, remember when we were drafting the sleeve, I not add any stitching allowance. So on the side, I just added 1 inch, okay, for the same allowance. All right, so at the hem part of the sleeve, I'm not adding any allowance because I already added 1 inch when I was cutting it, okay, when I was drafting it. All right, so on the other side, I'll add half inch. Okay, I'll add half inch from there to the other end. So guys, after cutting, you can see what I have here. Can you see? So this is all I had. Okay, after I was done. So right now, just go ahead and remove the paper. Then I'll start sewing the sleeve. Okay. So guys, what you do now is to go ahead and sew the side. Okay, so you're going to sew with half an inch. Okay, so from the upper side, you're going to sew with half an inch with the direction through the direction of the chalk. Okay. So after sewing, you can see what I have. I also went ahead to make notches around. So after sewing, you make your notches. Okay. So we don't have light. You can see I'm not making use of ring light. This is natural light. So open your seam like this. Just open your seam, then go ahead and press it. If you have light, you go ahead and press your seam opening. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and turn it to the right side facing each other. So remember, you are making use of a thicker fabric. Make sure the fabric you're using is very thick. Okay, then iron your hairstay. Also cut out the lining as well. Okay, so it's either you cut out the lining with the basic sleeve, or after making your drafts or your rows, you go ahead and cut out the lining. Okay, but we're coming to that later. So now after I am bringing out the edge, you can see what I have here. You can see how relaxed everything looks. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and make the drafts or the rows on the sleeve. All right, so this already gave it the shape. So what I'll do now is to go ahead and open it up. So I'll open it up like this. You place them like this on your table or on the floor. So from that edge you go ahead and make your draft or you make your rules. Just go ahead and give it a style. Just watch what I'm doing here. This thing really took me a lot of time, and because the fabric I'm working with was so light, that made it more even difficult for me to drap. But if you are working with a thicker fabric and you iron your hairstay, it's going to be very much pretty easy for you to work on. All right, it will be very much pretty easy for you to work on. So you have to, calm down, give it a style, like, calm down and make your rules, or you drop it. You continue doing this till you get, at least you get the style. All right, so for me, after doing this, I had to repeat it again because it was not even looking so cool because of the light. This fabric is so light. All right, so, and why I used it is because for the sake of this tutorial, if I'm to make this on a dress, or if I'm making it for myself, I won't be making use of this fabric, okay, because it's very light. You can work with a doffrage, you can work with a very thick crepe. All right, just make use of something very very strong, and all of that. So you can see that I'm getting it. You can see I'm getting it there. So there is no easier way to make this except to drop it like I'm doing. Okay, there is no much easier way to make this except dropping it like this. And once you drop, you have to pin it down. So because you're going to be tacking it later, you're going to be tack all the drops later. Okay, so I'm just checking if I got it, and it's already looking almost like the picture inspiration that we're working with. So now I'll just continue doing that. Just watch what I'm doing here. You go ahead and drop yours. You're going to, give it a little time, bring out your little time and do it so you get it correctly. I think I'm done here. After everything, you can see what I have here. So I also go ahead and tack it, okay? So after tacking, you can place this on your lining, then cut exactly what you have here on your lining. Then you place the right side facing each other. Go ahead and sew the both side and also make a small turn up at the hem part of the sleeve. Then after that, you are free to fix it on the dress. Okay, so this is what I had here after I was done. I hope I got this. Yeah, it's almost same thing. I really tried. And like I said, this fabric is very light. If not, it should be standing firm, like should be, standing so well. And yeah, I'm almost done. At least you got a little experience. And if you want to draft, you draft it like I did. Okay, you draft exactly like I did. So when you close it up like this, by then you must have finished your tacking. When you close it up like this, go ahead and sew from the inside, using your lining. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.